Hi everybody, welcome back. Right, if you have seen one of my videos, I think it's a couple of videos back, it's for the granny square which starts from the center. It's in a slightly darker color than this, and a few videos down, if you've seen that pattern and you really like the way that granny blanket is done, that starts from the center and it works out, and then you sort of end up with these little chains which sort of give it a really nice border. Well, this is exactly the same thing, but we're working going upwards. So if you don't like blankets that start from the middle but you did like the pattern, this is the other way that you can do this. It's really soft, it's a lovely flat piece of work. Now I've done this in a DK yarn, lightweight yarn number 3, and a 4mm crochet hook. You can probably use a 5mm crochet hook, or if you want to stick with a 4 but with a number 4 yarn, which is Aran weight yarn, if you want something that's a little bit less spacey than this. But obviously if you pull it aside then you can see, but you can see that by doing these chains it creates this lovely little shape here as well. I'm going to show you how to make this, and the pattern, if you want to work it this way rather than the center, is multiples of 4 plus 2. So if you want to make a baby blanket for approximately 28 inches, then 122 chains is what you need. Okay, so I'm just going to push this aside, have another little look. Really pretty. Just trying to hold it to the camera so you can see rather than my arm. That's the back. It isn't double-sided, whereas the other one was, I believe. I can't remember actually, but yeah, but it's very pretty this way as well. So I'm going to push this aside, and I've got some bright pink for you here, some random pink that is left over. You can of course use any brand. Lightweight yarn is what you need, and a 4mm crochet hook. So I'll do a very small sample with you to get you on your way. Grab your 4mm. I've actually lost a couple of hooks. I'm quite annoyed. I think I've been lying down on the sofa and I think they've probably gone down the side. Okay, so let's begin. So do your slip knot. This is how I do mine. You do yours how you wish. And you want to chain in multiples of 4. So let's just do 16 for a small sample. You can either work the sample with me and see how you feel with whatever materials you have, and that will also give you an indication of the length of the work, the width of the work should I say, and then you can multiply upwards if you've got different materials than what I'm using here. Also it's a double crochet, that's all you need, and chains and a single crochet. Is it single crochet? Yes it is. So if you're familiar with those, then let's go, let's crack on with this. If not, please do practice them. I do have tutorials for those too, in a slower tutorial, sorry, for beginners. But you can also put subtitles on, captions, sorry, as well, and you can slow me down in the settings option from the playback menu. Right, let's begin. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's multiples of 4, and I'm going with 16. If you want to work with me, chain 16. Okay, once you have your multiples of 4, you want to add an additional 2. Okay, so that's the pattern if you're doing any other chain and for any other project. So you want to do a single crochet in the second chain. So you never count this one. There's one, go to the second one, put your hook in, draw up the loop and pull through 2. That's your single crochet. You want to chain 3, and you also want to skip 3. So we've just worked that one. So 1, 2 and 3. So you skip them 3, go into the 4th, put your hook in, pull up a loop and do a single crochet. Chain 3 again. Skip 3, 1, 2 and 3. Go into the 4th one and do a single crochet. Try and keep your tension a bit tight here when you're doing the single crochet. You don't want a really loose one. Chain 3 and skip 3. 1, 2 and 3, go to the 4th, pop your hook in, pull up the loop, give this one a nice tug, so you want to keep it nice and tight. Chain 3 and skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you'll have 1, last one here, and do your single crochet. That's row 1. Row 2, chain 3, flip your work over. This is a really easy one for beginners as well. And you want to do 3 double crochets into that space. So yarn over, go into the space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I will show you this first little section here for the beginners. 2 more double crochets, so yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Spare me, let's do that one again. Try and keep them nice, because it is a bit difficult working in the chain, but you want to keep your double crochets neat. So yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So there's 2, we want 1 more. And that's your 3rd double crochet. Now it might look like you've got a gaping hole here, but it's fine, because as the work goes up, this section here isn't so big. But if you want to and you don't like it, you can go down to 3.5 millimeters if you want to. But then, like I said, your sizings will change from what I'm doing. So do a small sample. If you've done this with a 4 and you think, it's still a bit too loose for me, then go ahead and do it with a 3.5. That's with a number 3 yarn. Drop a half a hook size or something. Right, so once you've done these, you want to chain 1, because we've got a single crochet here and we're skipping over that. So once you've chained 1, go straight into the next space and do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Once you've done your 3 double crochets, chain 1. Skip over that one, into the next section here, 3 double crochets. Chain 1, and then we're into this last section here, 3 double crochets here, 1, 2, and 3. And we did a very first single crochet here before we did the chain 3. So you want to place another double crochet into that single crochet from the previous row, because we've got the 3 here, and then we've got the chain 3 here, and then we've got the 3 here, and then we've got the double crochet. And that's how it looks at the moment. I like this because it's a bit different from the usual granny square. Like I said, on normal granny square you would place your the 3 double crochets here. These work on top of each other, which actually they look like little mini squares, really. So row 1 again, chain 1, flip your work, put your hook into there and do your single crochet, and then chain 3, move along. You can skip entirely everything. Now go into the space there, into the space, and do a single crochet. Chain 3, skip over the 3 double crochets, go into that chain 1 space and do a single crochet. It's such an easy pattern, but it's so pretty. Once you've done your last chain 3 and you've skipped over your last 3 double crochets, go to the chain 3, 3rd chain on the top, and pop your single crochet. That's row 1 again. Chain 3, and we're on to row 2. And row 2 is easy. Chain 3, now you have that chain 3 space there, and do your 3 double crochets. 2 and 3. Chain 1, always remember to chain 1 because we're skipping over this single crochet, and do 3 double crochets. chain 1 and 3 double crochets into the next chain 3 space. Chain 1, and then in my case I've got one more space, but you may have more. And a double crochet on top of that single crochet. Now while I'm doing this, I'm having a look at this, and you might, if you don't like the way that this looks, if it's way too much spacing for you even here, you can try and in every chain 3 space pop 4 double crochets, but chain 1, 4 double crochets and chain 1. I don't know how that will look. I should really give that one a try, but at the moment, because it's a granny, it's always 3. I actually like the 3, but if you want to try 4, again, crochet is trial and error. We can do a couple of rows, try something and think, right, I prefer that one. Okay, so back to row 1. Chain 1, flip your work. Go into the very first stitch and do a single crochet. Chain 3, go into the space and do a single crochet. And you want to do that all the way to the end of the row. Single crochet in the spaces and chain 3s in between. When you get to the end, skip over your last bunch of 3 double crochets and do your single crochet. And I'll show you row 2 one more time. Chain 3, flip your work straight into the space and 3 double crochets. Remember to chain 1 because you want to keep the work nice and straight. Chain 1, last 3 double crochets for the end of the row. Don't chain 1 after that. Forgot to mention that actually. When you get to the end, don't chain 1. Just go straight into the single crochet. You're only chaining 1 between these sections here. Okay. And what I would suggest is to finish with row 1 because you get the same. Actually, I'll just do that with you now. So row 1 would be chain 1, single crochet, and then chain 3. Put a single crochet in every space. Oh, sorry about that. It's just the postman. So if you wanted to keep it, if you were doing a blanket, I'd finish with that row because you have the chain 3 on the sides here anyway. Sorry, the chain 3s and the double crochets here on the side. This will also give you the same spacing at the top, and you can either leave it plain or pop your border in, however you wish. All right, let me grab the other one. So yes, there's your chain 3s. There's your double crochet in the end. And finish off with this row, row 1, if you've made a larger piece, and you're good to go. Okay guys, thank you for watching. Please do like and subscribe. If you like what you see, please give it the thumbs up and do share to anyone who you think might like to make this. It's a very simple one for beginners as well. You can slow the video down, like I said, if you're having any problems, and do message me. I try and reply to every comment. Thank you for all your support, everyone. I've got another one coming up for you with a bit of texture next. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you very soon.